The third one, if it didn't work, it certainly wasn't for lack of trying. I honestly, sometimes I think it's like I'm not a cook by any stretch of the imagination, unless you consider microwaving a burrito cooking. But you give it your all every time, and sometimes it lands and makes everybody happy, and sometimes you give it your all and you say, "Oh my gosh, we tried, we really, really tried." But the way that the big picture works is the third one did not do it in the way that we had hoped, but that laid the groundwork for a fourth one, and probably a fifth one, because if you think, I remember once I had a canary, and the canary flew right into the glass doors and fell on the ground, and we picked it up, and we were thinking we'll just comfort it until it died, and we just petted it and petted it and petted it, and all of a sudden it went whoa, and it was back. So sometimes when you think something is conked out, just give it a little kindness, and back it comes. I'm here to tell you, in 1984, it was a different. The world was different. I mean, the character in the first one, his name was not Serge. He was not foreign. And I'm here to tell you, they came to me and said, "We can't make it funny." And I said, "Let me look." And I realized right away why it wasn't funny. The character was American. He was described as devastatingly good looking, which is why I wouldn't even go in, because I didn't want them to say, "Are you joking?" And also, he was a real garden variety, typical early 80s gay character that only existed to be swatted like a fly. He didn't have any personality. He didn't have anything at all to offer. He was just like a cardboard, And so they said, "Can you think of anything?" And I said, "Well, this is what comes to me." And I did it. And then when we shot it, we were lucky enough to be invited by Marty Brest to improvise. And then it turned out that he just wanted to be friends. He wanted to connect, you see. And that was not the way it was at that point in American history and world history and film history. You had these cliches as decades before had been the case with African American characters. It was like, you can bring me the mail and then goodbye. And that, and that we still have with some, it's all changing now. But in those days, it was perfectly unremarkable to see a gay character in a script that was just there to literally be swatted out of the way, like a dog that comes into your yard and so that was a turning point, because I said, I think he would want to be friends, and he'd want to connect and be playful. And that's the origin. And maybe that's also part of the soul of the first movie, is it's like, it's unexpected. And the marginal characters in it, you remember also, like Damon Wayans' character and all that, they have something to bring to it. It's inclusive.